Good morning, students. Welcome to today's online class. In today's class, we have to discuss what are the differences between AC through pure resistor, AC through pure capacitor, AC through pure inductors. After completion of differences between pure resistor, pure capacitor, pure inductor, next continuation, very important concept is nothing but LCR series circuit is there. So out of this, first we have to complete what are the differences between pure resistor, pure capacitor and pure inductor circuit. So for this purpose, assume it is pure resistor. Pure means a single. At the ends of AC source, one pure resistor is connected, single resistor is connected. Here applied EMF is nothing but E0 sin omega. So in case of pure resistor, expression for current passing through pure resistance, I is equal to I0 sin omega. Here phase of EMF is omega t, here phase of current is omega t. So in case of pure resistance, the phase of EMF and phase of sign is more, because phase of EMF is omega t and phase of sign current is also omega t. So in pure resistor, the phase between current and EMF is 0. That means in pure resistor, direction of current is linear and direction of EMF is also linear. So that is about AC through pure resistor. Here resistance of the circuit is nothing but R. So that is about AC through pure resistors. Next, second condition is AC through pure capacitor. That means at the ends of capacitor, at the ends of plates of capacitor, one AC source is applied. Applied EMF is nothing but E0 sin omega. In case of a pure capacitor, the plates of capacitor, some potential difference is developed, nothing but Q by C. After simplifying, in pure capacitor, expression for current is nothing but I0 sin omega t plus phi. Sin omega t plus phi. So in pure capacitor, the phase of EMF is omega t and the phase of current is omega t plus pi by 2. So comparing the phase of EMF, the phase of current is more by pi by 2. So that means in case of pure capacitor, the phase between current and EMF is nothing but pi by 2. That means phase difference between current and EMF is pi by 2. Then in pure capacitor, what about phasor there? The current is leads, EMF is lags. Phase of current is always linear. Phase of EMF in pure capacitor is behind. Compare the phase of EMF, the phase of current is more. Or compare the phase of current, phase of EMF is behind. The phase between current and EMF is nothing but pi by 2. But in case of capacitor, the resistance of capacitor is called as reactance. In AC source, the resistance of capacitor means a reactance is there. The symbol of capacitor reactance means XC. The formula for capacitor reactance is nothing but 1 by omega C or 1 by 2 by Fc. Here frequency is 0. When frequency is 0, that means for DC source frequency is 0. If frequency is 0, the capacitor reactance becomes infinity. That means capacitor stops DC and allows AC. Because for capacitor, the react frequency is 0. For DC source frequency is 0. Something by 0 means infinity, capacitor reactance is infinity, resistance or reactance is infinity means opposes DC. Stops DC and allows AC. So that is about AC through pure capacitor. And third one is nothing but AC through pure inductor. That means at the ends of inductor, its inductance is L. At the ends of inductor, AC source is applied So source always, the inductor always have EMF. E is equal to minus L into dA. So in case of inductor, applied EMF is E0 sin omega t, and induced current or produced current I is equal to I0 sin omega t minus pi by 2. So in pure inductor, the phase of EMF is omega t, phase of current is omega t minus pi by 2 is there. Compared to phase of current, phase of EMF is more. Compared to omega t minus pi by 2, omega t is more. So in pure inductor, the phase between current and EMF is pi by 2. But in pure inductor, phase of EMF leads and phase of current is lags. Current always linear. It is the direction of EMF in case of pure inductor. Compare direction of current, direction of EMF is more, phase of EMF is more by pi by 2. Similarly, in case of inductor, the resistance of inductor means reactance. Reactance of inductor nothing but inductive reactance is the expression for inductive reactance means XL. Symbol of resistance is or symbol of reactance is X. The symbol of capacitive reactance is XC. Symbol of inductive reactance is XL. And the formula for XL is nothing but omega L. XL is equal to omega means 2 pi f, 2 pi f. Your inductive reactance is directly proportional to frequency. So these all are the differences between AC through pure resistor, pure capacitor and pure inductor. Especially the phasor diagram is very important. In pure resistor, phase of current and phase of EMF is more. In pure inductor, compared to phase of current, phase of EMF is lagging. So in case of a capacitor, the potential difference across capacitor is vertically downward direction. Or EMF across inductor is nothing but vertically downward direction. The phase is pi by 2. Current and EMFs are right angle. In case of pure inductor, phase of EMF is a potential difference across inductor, VM is vertically upwards, phase of current is horizontal. So here also phase between current and EMF is pi by 2, but EMF leads and current lags. Your capacitive reactance, your inductive reactance. So these are the very important differences between AC through pure capacitor, pure inductor and pure resistor. Next, in AC circuits, the continuation, very important concept is nothing but LCR series circuit is there. Here L means inductor, C means capacitor, R means resistor is there. But in syllabus, LCR series circuit is there. Inductor, capacitor, resistor, all are joined in series at the ends of AC circuit is there. What about effective resistance? What about effective current? What about phase between current and EMF in case of LCR series circuit is there? So to explain this, first observe L means inductor, C means capacitor, R means resistor. Your inductor, capacitor, resistor, all the three different elements are joined in series system. In previous chapters we know the series combination of three resistors we know. Three are resistors. The series combination of three capacitors, three are capacitors. The series combination of inductors are, all are inductors are. So that is our combination of same elements. But it is the series combination of different elements system. It is resistor, it is capacitor, it is inductor. At the ends of series combination, one AC source is applied. We know source always have EMF, applied EMF is always sinusoidal nature. E is equal to E naught sin omega. An alternating source applied across the ends of series combination of LCR, in series combination same current is passing. Through all the elements same current is passing. The current passing through inductor is I, current passing through capacitor is I, and current passing through resistor is also same. I means generally RMS current is there. Or assume I naught be the peak current passing through resistor and I naught be the peak current passing through capacitor and I naught be the peak current passing through inductor is there. So I means RMS current, I naught means peak value of current is there. So in series combination same current is passing is there. But in series combination applied EMF divides into three parts is there. Some potential is developed across inductor, nothing but VL. Some potential is developed across capacitor, VC. Some potential is developed across resistor, VR. If the applied source is DC source, then applied EMF is nothing but VL plus VC plus VR is there. It is a scalar sum of VL plus VC plus VR is there. But here applied source is nothing but AC source. In case of AC source, different potentials are acting in different directions. We know comparing to current, EM potential difference across resistor is same direction. Comparing to current, the potential difference across capacitor is vertically downward direction. VC is downward direction, EMF is downward direction. Compared to current, the potential difference across inductor is vertically upward direction is there. Recall a phasor diagram, a diagram which explains phase between currents and EMFs. We know direction of current is always linear. With respect to direction of current, a potential difference across resistor is also linear. PD across resistor is also linear. Because current and potential difference across resistor is the same phase is there. Next, comparing to current, the potential difference across capacitor is vertically downward direction, VC is vertically downward direction. Comparing to current, EMF of capacitor is lagging. Or comparing to current, potential difference across capacitor is lagging. The phase between current and potential difference across capacitor is 90 degrees. And current is leading, EMF is lagging. Similarly, with respect to current, the potential difference across inductor VL is vertically upward direction. So in case of DC sources, different potentials are acting in different directions. So in case of DC source, the applied EMF is nothing but the vector sum of all potentials are. Because different potentials are acting in different direction. If all potentials are acting in same direction, means VL plus VC plus VR is that. But here different potentials are acting in different directions. But here consider current is nothing but peak value of current is that. Consider potential of resistance is nothing but VRO is there. Consider potential of capacitor is nothing but VCO is there. And consider potential of inductor is nothing but VLO is there. VRO means peak voltage of resistor. VLO means peak voltage of inductor. VCO means peak voltage of capacitor. We know according to Ohm's law, the potential difference across resistor. So PD across resistor, V is equal to IR. So potential difference across resistor means VRO is nothing but product of current into resistance. Here voltage is peak, current is also peak. So PD across resistor, peak voltage of a resistor, VRO is equal to I naught into R. Next, PD across capacitor. Peak voltage across a capacitor is nothing but VCO. So VCO means peak voltage across capacitor. It is also equal to product of current into resistance. Current means peak voltage, peak current. If the voltage is peak, current is also peak. And the resistance of capacitor means XC. Because capacitor having capacitive reactance XC value is 1 by omega C. Next, similarly, the PD across inductor. The PD across inductor VLO is equal to product of peak current into resistance of inductor. Resistance of inductor means XL. So first we have to assume the PD across resistor VRO is I0R. The PD across capacitor VCO is equal to I0 into XC. The PD across inductor VLO is I0 into XL. Now again come back to phasor diagram. Different potentials are acting in different direction. We have to find the resultant potential. The resultant potential is nothing but applied EMF E is there. RMS voltage means E. The peak voltage means E0 is there. According to diagram, VLO and VCO both are acting along the same line but in opposite directions. We know in vector rotation, if two vectors are acting in opposite direction, resultant is nothing but A minus B or B minus A is there. Bigger value is A, A minus B. If bigger value is B minus A is there. So similarly, assume compared VLO, VCO is greater than VLO. That means resultant of these two is nothing but VCO minus VLO is there. The resultant two vectors are opposite direction. Resultant of these two is nothing but VCO minus VLO. The direction of VCO minus VLO is acting along VCO direction because VCO is more. Now this VCO minus VLO is perpendicular to VRO. And two vectors are perpendicular. According to parallelogram law, when two vectors reference sides of a parallelogram, the resultant of these two vectors is always acting in diagonal directions. If voltages are peak voltages, the resultant EMF is also peak voltage, peak EMF is there. Complete parallelogram. This side is VRO. So this side is VCO minus VLO. And the angle made by the resultant EMF with respect to horizontal is called as phase. First we have to find, so according to diagram, VRO and VCO minus VLO are always perpendicular direction. And two vectors are acting in perpendicular direction. A resultant of these two is nothing but square root of A square plus B square. Now we have to find resultant EMF. A resultant peak EMF. So resultant peak EMF. So resultant peak EMF E0 is equal to square root of, because these two are perpendicular, VRO and VCO are perpendicular direction, or according to right angle triangle. Hypotenuse square is equal to square root of side square plus side square. E0 square is equal to VRO square plus VCO minus VLO whole square. So that also correct. So E0 is equal to square root of VRO square plus VCO minus VLO whole square. Apply peak voltage of EMF E0 is equal to square root of VRO means I0R whole square. VCO means I0 XC. VLO means I0 XL whole square. So simplifying this equation. Resultant peak voltage of EMF E0 is equal to square root of, in both here I0 is going outside, becomes I0 square. Here I0 square is common, remaining value is R square. Plus here also I0 is common and moving outside becomes I0 square. I0 square is common here, remaining value is nothing but XC minus XL. So XC minus XL whole square. Or I0 square is moving outside, it becomes E0 is equal to I0 into square root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square. So expression for resultant peak EMF is nothing but E naught is equal to I naught into this. So from this equation you can find the peak value of current, peak current. So peak current I naught is equal to E naught by this one. E naught by square root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square. Or the peak current I naught is equal to, generally current I is equal to E by R. Current I naught is equal to E naught by R naught. E naught by R. Here R means total resistance of LCR series circuit. The total resistance of LCR series circuit is taken as impedance. So impedance, Z means impedance. So impedance means the vector sum of resistance and reactance. So vector sum of resistance and reactance is called impedance. Expression for impedance is nothing but square root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square. If XC is more, XC minus XL whole square. If XL is more, XL minus XC whole square. So that is about expression for impedance of LCR series circuit. So in AC circuit, little bit terminology is different. Impedance means the sum of all kinds of resistance and reactance. The resultant of resistance and reactance or the vector sum of resistance and reactance. That is called as impedance. And the units of impedance resistance only ohms is that. So it is about expression for peak value of current. It is about expression for the impedance, the sum of all kinds of resistance and reactance, or the vector sum of resistance and reactance is called as impedance. Next, also find the phase of LCR series circuit. Direction, resultant direction. Direction of LCR series circuit, particular phase of LCR series circuit. The symbol of phase means phi. Recorded in this diagram, the angle is phi. Opposite side is VCO minus VLO. Adjacent side is VRO. Hypotenuse means E naught. So from this phasor diagram, find tan phi. Tan means we know. Opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side means VCO minus VLO. By adjacent side means VRO. Or tan phi is equal to VCO means I naught XC. VLO means I naught XL. By VRO means I naught RX. So numerator and denominator, in all the terms I naught is common and cancelled. Then expression for tan phi is nothing but XC minus XL by R. It is if XC is more or XL is more, then expression for tan phi is nothing but XL minus XC by R. So that is about tan phi. Or phi is equals tan inverse of XC minus XL by R. So that is about expression for tan phi. Or from the same diagram, expression for cos phi. From the same phasor diagram, expression for cos phi means we know. Cos means for the adjacent side by hypotenuse. So VRO minus E naught. VRO means I naught R. E naught means I naught Z. So expression for cos phi is nothing but R by Z. Or phi is equal to cos inverse of R by Z. Or phase phi is equal to cos inverse of R by Z. Here R means resistance, Z means impedance. The sum of all kinds of vector sum of resistance and reactance is called as impedance. Or from the same diagram we can also find sin phi. Sin phi means opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side means VCO minus VLO by V naught R. Here VCO means I naught XC. VLO means I naught XL. I naught R. I naught is commonly cancelled. So XC minus XL by R. Tan phi means XC minus XL. So hypotenuse means E naught. E naught means I naught Z. So don't confuse between tan phi and sin phi. So, tan phi means XC minus XL by R. Sin phi means XC minus XL by Z. So that is about a very important concept. Nothing but LCR series circuit. So from this entire derivation, what are the conclusions means? Expression for impedance of the circuit. So expression for impedance of the circuit Z is equal to square root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square. Expression for peak current. Expression for peak current I naught is equal to E naught by G. Expression for phase. Phase means different phases of the tan phi means XC minus XL by R. Cos phi means R by Z. Or sin phi means XC minus XL by Z. So these are the conclusions in case of LCR series circuit. Entire concept is mainly based on this diagrams. So that is about end of today's class. Thank you one and all.